Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crafty Couple. Today we've got more Dollar Tree DIYs, and if you haven't checked out our most recent video, make sure to click through here. You can check it out. It is our mega video, almost 3 hours long, and a lot of our viewers like to watch it at nighttime when they're relaxing. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments which project's your favorite. For this project, I wanted to try and create kind of a modern lamp that you might see at like West Elm or Anthropology, really sleek, clean designs. And the first thing that I'm going to do here is take a couple of these plastic vases, and you can honestly use anything. I just happen to have a bag of sand just to add a little bit of weight at the bottom here. If you wanted to go outside and grab some rocks, that would work fine as well. And then I'm going to glue these craft sticks onto each side, and this is going to give me more surface area and tension to glue the top vase onto this bottom one. So instead of just trying to glue both tops together, I have a lot more surface now that I can glue these to. The craft sticks are going to provide more area for the hot glue to stick, and then also they actually push out a little bit and create some tension on the vases themselves. So those two combined together actually gives us a really nice hold. Once we have those glued together, we can move on to painting, and I'm going to use a matte black from Krylon. You guys know we love using this paint. And then also this bowl right here is from Dollar Tree, just a plastic bowl. I thought it would look perfect for kind of that lampshade, and I'm going to be using a gold spray paint to paint that. And the last little piece that we'll need here is just one of these glasses. They come in a pack of 6, and go ahead and spray paint that black as well. Once that's all dried, we can move on to gluing this little glass piece, and this is just going to give some more separation between the lampshade and the base. Instead of just gluing that shade right on top of this, I think this gives it a little bit better of a look, and then also we can glue these lights on there. So these are just 2 Dollar Tree lights. They are going to use a couple batteries. I'm just putting some hot glue on here, and then I'm going to glue them in opposing directions. And then you want to make sure that they're low enough from the top so that when you put the lampshade on there, it's going to rest on the top of that glass that we glued on there, and the light bulbs don't interfere with that. And once we have those glued on, we can move on to adding the shade. And all I'm going to do here is place the bowl on a table, and then I'm going to put some hot glue right in the center there. And then I'm just going to hold the rest of the lamp that we've made upside down and just hold it in place right there until it dries. And that's really all there is to it. A very simple project.
For this project, I got inspiration from someone called Simply Mindy, and I saw it on Pinterest, so I will link her pin below. But I grabbed these paper towel holders, and I grabbed 3 of them, and then this large circle wood piece I got from Lowe's for about $8. I'm going to be spray painting all 3 of those paper towel holders with the gloss black spray paint from Krylon. And then for this big wood piece, I am staining all of it with the early American stain. Once everything was dry, I chose the side that I wanted to be the top, and I flipped it over. And then I'm grabbing these paper towel holders, and I will be bending them slightly just to give it a little bit better look. The easiest way that I found to bend these is just to put your hand on the base and then push the top forward. Then you can line them all up together, and you can see if they are all at the same angle. This is how they will be placed on the bottom. You will want all of the angles facing out. What I did so that I knew where to put the glue is I just traced some lines around the base, and then I'm going to be putting hot glue on there. After finishing this, I did realize it would probably be better to do E6000 for this project than just hot glue. I had to use quite a bit, and the E6000 will just give a lot stronger hold. Then do the same thing for the other two, just adding hot glue onto the wood and then putting the base on top. Now that this is finished, I think it came out so cute. If you wanted it all Dollar Tree, you can use a plastic circle tray for the top instead of this wood piece.
For this project, we're going to be creating two little planters, and I'm starting with two different sizes of the gift boxes and then one of the toilet paper roll. I'm going to cut that in half, and I actually ended up cutting a little bit more off of each of these. I didn't like how high they were sticking up, and then all we're going to do is hot glue these in the center of both of these boxes. And don't worry if you get a little bit of extra glue on here, it's not really going to matter because we're going to be using that baking powder and paint mix to cover this. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, let us know in the comments, but I don't think it matters if it's baking powder or baking soda. A few of you asked last video, so I just wanted to let you guys know I don't think that matters, but if it does, definitely let us know in the comments. And as you're mixing this, you can make it as thick or as smooth as you want. So right here, you can see it's got a little bit of texture to it, and this bigger one, I actually ended up doing a lot thicker and grittier coat on here. The smaller one, I went with a really smooth surface, so it still has a little bit of texture to it, but is a lot smoother than this one. And in the end, I actually made a few changes to this project, especially this bigger one here. I didn't quite like how it looked in the end. So right here you can see it's pretty smooth, just got a little bit of texture to it. And then right here I'm going to do the same thing, just add this kind of creamy paste on here and put it all over. Now you don't have to get full coverage because we are painting these, but go ahead and cover the whole thing so that you can get that texture. Now this is the bigger one that I ended up doing a lot heavier kind of gritty look to it. This one's a lot smoother, and I'm gonna go ahead and paint both of these black. Now the smaller one, this one right here, I like how it turned out with the black. I think it looks fine. The bigger one, however, I didn't really like the texture. As you can see, I'm gonna hold it up right here, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't really look like anything to me, and it just kind of looks messy and muddy. So what I'm trying to do now is to save the project. I'm using this matte river rock, and I'm going to try and create kind of a concrete look to it. So after spray painting it with the matte river rock, I still didn't really like exactly how it looked. So just to add some more texture and try and get more of that stone concrete look, I'm going to use some of that Waverly white chalk paint, a sponge here, and then some water. And I'm just going to dab this all around, and all I'm really trying to do is create some more character, more texture to this so that it's not just that flat spray paint color. And then we'll also go in with a black color, and I actually like how it turned out here after I did everything. I think it looks a little bit more like stone and a lot better than it did black. I just really wasn't liking how the black looked. I don't know, let me know in the comments what you think, if you did like it black, or if you think trying to change it up and go with more of a concrete look was a better decision. And right here, like I mentioned, I'm going to go in with that ink paint and do the same thing. You want to get your sponge really wet and then add some paint to that. We really don't want this on here heavy. You just want little subtleties of the white and black paint to give the paint some dimension and more character. And the last thing that I'm going to do on both of these is just cut a few notches here in the middle so that we can place our flowers or greenery. And that's really all there is to it. Fairly simple project, but I think in the end it looks really high-end and modern. Let us know what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want more Dollar Tree DIYs, make sure to click through right here and you can check out our Dollar Tree playlist. And as always, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time we upload a new video.